Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the 2016 Mayor Youth Awards, sponsored by the Office of Children Affairs and the Community College of Denver. My name is Nick McGill. I'm a reporter for 9 News, and I'll be your MC for this evening. The Mayor's Youth Awards are an important tradition for the city and county of Denver. Now, it's been carried through numerous mayors for more than 25 years. The importance of the tradition centers in the heart of what we're here tonight to celebrate, and that's Denver youth between the ages of 13 and 19 who have overcome personal adversity and achieved success. Please give them a hand. Life isn't easy, sometimes unfairly so. And even at a very young age, we can find ourselves facing incredible challenges. And that's what these kids have done tonight. The young ladies and gentlemen being recognized tonight have not let those challenges define them. Instead, they have used them as stepping stones to success, and that's why we honor them. I'd like to get started by introducing our first speaker, Dr. Ryan Ross. He currently serves as President and CEO of the Urban Leadership Foundation of Colorado. He is committed to access, equity, and educational achievement for all students. Dr. Ross has focused his efforts on ensuring that all students have access to equitable educational experience. His work has led to innovative programming at the Community College of Denver within the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, and most recently within the Urban Leadership Foundation of Colorado. He's also our 2016 9 News Leader of the Year. Let's welcome Dr. Ross.
How's everybody doing? Are we gonna try this again? How's everybody doing? Look, I caught a flight early to get back here. I just landed about 45 minutes ago. How y'all doing? I don't know about you, but this is a celebration. And even though we're in an atrium and we're all, up in the web building where all this professional stuff happens, y'all can turn up in here. How y'all doing? There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I am really, really excited to be here, and I am so proud of all of you. But I need all of the individuals getting awards. I need you to stay sitting down, and everybody else, I need you to stand up. Go ahead, stand up. You didn't know you were gonna have to do stuff here, huh? You thought you were just gonna sit down and hang out? So now, this is what I need you to do. I need you to take your hands and slowly begin to put them together, right? Like the slow clap, right? Right? Let's get a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster. Now I want all y'all scream. That's right, go ahead, that's for you. We want to make sure that our young people get a standing ovation. Thank you so much. Young folks, I'm really, really proud of you, and I'm here primarily to talk to you. I know there's other people in the audience, but I'm going to take a few minutes just to focus on you. Is that okay? Have you ever heard that mathematics is the universal language? Has anybody ever told you that before? Right? And so mathematics, in essence, can't be wrong because it's the language that everyone speaks. It's the language that connects us all. However, I like to think differently, because when I think about the mathematics of my life, the equation says that I shouldn't be here. When I think about the equation of my life growing up at 3625 Elizabeth Street, right over in East Denver, the equation says that maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should be in jail, or maybe I should still be involved with gangs, or maybe I shouldn't have gone off to college and come back and gotten a PhD, and in 2013 won the Mayor's Diversity Award, and this year won Channel 9 Leader of the Year Award. But the mathematics were wrong. And I don't tell you those things to boast or brag, but I tell you to impress upon you the power of your choice, the choices that you've already been making, the choices that have got you here today. And so when you're thinking about the mathematics of your life, you get to make the equation. You get to make all the problems that go into it, and you get to have all the solutions that go with it as well. And so as you're going to go on this journey for the rest of your life, and as you continue to focus on your leadership, I'm going to offer you a few suggestions that I've learned along the way. Is that okay? No, is that okay? I mean, because I could go to McDonald's because I'm really hungry and those fries are calling me, right? So is that okay? All right, well then let's talk a little bit. So there's a few things that I've learned along the way in terms of success and overcoming obstacles, right? So the first thing that I've learned is that you can't listen to stupid people, right? And you may say, well, Dr. Ross, how can you come, you're in front of the mayor, man, like how you gonna be saying words like stupid, homie? Like that's messed up. Well, it's because it's true. You can't listen to stupid people. And there are 3 types of stupid people, and I'm gonna tell you about them, so that way you don't have to deal with them, right? The first type of stupid person is a dream killer, right? Now, a dream killer's dangerous, right? These are people who, you look at them, you see them, they're not like haters. Like haters hate. When you see a hater and you looking all good, and the hater says, well, you got a spot on your black pants. That's a hater, right? But a dream killer, right? A dream killer is somebody who, they're like a stealth ninja. They just sneak up, and when you're really, really happy, you just get a gut punch. You don't even understand what happens, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. Have you ever had an idea? Like one of those ideas that you wake up like 3 o'clock in the morning, it's the best idea you've ever had. It's the one. You wake up, and if you're in my house, you get kicked out of the room because my wife is like, boy, you're crazy. You can't wake up the whole house. But you got this idea 3 o'clock in the morning. By 5 o'clock in the morning, you've got the idea all planned out, right? You've got it written down. You're waiting to call one of your friends. Then you see one of your friends. You see him. Oh, there goes one of my friends, Kendrick. What's up? Hey, I got this idea. This is the one. I got to tell you about this. And if Kendrick, and he's not, but if Kendrick was a dream killer, this is how it would go. Here it is, Kendrick. I got this idea. Ta-da! I mean, that's cool. Wait. Hold up, bruh. You didn't get it. I have this idea. It's the idea. It's the number one idea. It's the best idea that I've ever had. Like, it's this. Yeah, I mean, I heard you the first time. You're like, wait a minute. Maybe you didn't get it. So you step back, you take some time off, you go back to your laptop, you go from PowerPoint to Prezi, and then you come back, you're ready to go, you break it down, you pop lock to them, right? And you're like, yo, here is the idea, right? Ta-da! And then he says, well, I mean, if you like it, I love it. And you're like, whoa. So in that moment, you're like, the second kind of stupid person comes out, and it's actually yourself. In that moment, you get in your own way. In that moment, you begin to believe that dream killer. You begin to believe that idea. Why did I think of that? That's the stupidest idea ever. You know what? I'm just going to take a sleeping pill so I sleep all the way through the night. I'm never going to wake up again. This is crazy, right? And so you forget about the idea. You put it in the shelf. You forget about it. And then a year later, you're chilling, you're walking around school, you're walking around campus, and then, it's summertime, and you see some girls walking by with furry boots on in the summer, even though it's hot, and that was your idea. And now they're a millionaire, right? What was the difference between you and the person that made those boots? They listened to you listened to stupid people. You can't do that. You got to get those people out of your life. So you say, well, Dr. Ross, we know people like this all the time. How do we get them out of our life? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you how, right? Here's a foolproof plan to getting rid of the dream killers. When there's somebody else, and even when it may be you. You see, you have your left hand. I want you to hold it up. I want you to look at it. Take your left hand. Look up at it. I need you to look. Everybody's not participating. I see your left hand. Brother, I see you. Don't make me call you out like we're at the comedy show. You know what I'm saying? I got a little Bruce in me, right? You got your left hand, okay? You're looking at it. Boom, okay? It's up there. All right, everybody see their hand? Now, on your hand, pretend that there is a red button. Everybody got the red button on their hand? Right? There's the red button. Now, on this red button, there is a little white word, and the word says delete. right? So when you see these dream crushers, what do? Okay, we're gonna try that again. When you see the dream crushers, what do? When somebody's telling you can't accomplish something, what do? When you are thinking that you can't get it done, what do? Delete those negative thoughts. That's what you do. Now there's the last kind of stupid person who you can't hang around, right? And these are people who know the answer to something. They know that you need the answer, but they don't tell you, right? Because they like to see people in misery, right? And you know these kind of people. These are the kind of people who are always sad. You know, when it's 80 degrees outside, it's Denver, 300 days of sunshine, and you see them, you say, hey, it's a great day. And they say, no, it ain't. You know, or you say, hey, how you doing? I'm doing bad, thanks. You know, these are the little signs. When you see these kind of people, you just have to, right, and keep on moving. I'm not saying don't be their friend, just don't keep them in your company for so long, right? Get them out your way. You have to delete the negativity that wants to put itself in your life, right? The other couple things that I want to share before I sit down is one of the most important pieces of success that I've come to learn is failure. You've got to be willing to fail. Now, there's some rules about failure, right? So when something happens, when life hits, when you think that you're up against the ropes and failure is imminent, embrace it, right? Because when you embrace it, you're going to learn some things, right? Now, what you can't do when you see failure is lay in it, you know, and get lazy and just go to sleep. When you see it, look at it, assess what happened, learn from it, and adjust. Don't be afraid to fail, because those are going to be the moments where you find your most strength. The last thing that I'm going to share with you is moments like this. Some people, how many of you have ever heard, it's not how you start, it's how you finish? Has anybody ever heard that? I disagree with that wholeheartedly. And let me tell you why. I think it's when you choose to start and how you finish the race you begin to run. So what does that mean, right? Today can be a start from you. Today is a very special day. You're going to get an award, right? Now, sometimes you get awards like this and you take them home, you hang them up. You know, maybe 15 years from now, you won't even find it. But I challenge you to use today as one of those moments. Now, I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I didn't do myself. When I was thinking about coming here, I thought about something that was really, really important to me. You know, when I was growing up, there were a lot of things that I had to deal with. And one of those things were drugs and gangs and those kinds of things. And so in 1991, I decided that I wanted to take a stand. There was an opportunity to write an essay about taking a stand about different things that are going to happen in your life. And I'm not lying, so I'm going to pass it around. Right? So in 1991, right, and it's 2016 now. In 1991, I wrote a little essay just to get some things off my chest. And in that moment, that's where I decided to take a stand, where I decided that I didn't want to be like everybody else in my neighborhood, where I wanted to find something different. And in that moment, when I decided to take a stand, different things started to happen. You know, opportunities for me to go to different schools. I became unafraid to make myself known to people and introduce myself to people. And, you know, I took a stand against mediocrity because I began to understand how important I really am. And I want you to understand how important you actually are. You are so important. You are so amazing. You are so talented. You are the best and brightest of Denver. You will leave here and go to college. You will get the jobs that you want to have. You will take care of your families. You will be game changers in your community, all because you decide to take a stand and not listen to stupid people. So it wasn't about how I started. It was when I chose to start that day in 1991 when I got that little award, and I still have it now in 2016. Today, you're going to get a little award. I challenge you to make this award your opportunity to take a stand. Take the picture that you're going to get with one of the smoothest dudes I know, right? And you know, and then you can tell people stories. Oh yeah, you know, I was just hanging out with the mayor one day. I was in the buildings close to his office, and he seen me, and he was like, "Yo, can I take a picture with you?" So I said, "Okay, let me help you turn your swag up," right? But you take this picture and this award and you take a stand to continue to overcome obstacles and to commit to achieving your goals. I am so proud of you, and I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your day. Congratulations, and keep up the great work.
Thank you there to Dr. Ross. Our next speaker needs no real introduction, but I have one written, so I'll read it aloud. He is someone who has faced his own adversity and challenges as a young man and now serves as the mayor of Denver. Please welcome Mayor Hancock.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, knocked myself out. Give Dr. Ryan Ross another round of applause. What he didn't say, I got to tell you, Dr. Ross and I have known each other for a long time. I'm 46 now, and I must have been in my early 20s when Dr. Ross was going around as a late teen doing motivational speeches to student groups. And our paths would cross all the time, and I would watch this teenager speak. And I'm like, who is this dude who would just come in and electrify audiences? And Michael Simmons, sound familiar? This guy's gifted, and he has a gift, and we are so blessed he's sharing it. Don't you agree? Give him another round of applause. I want to do a couple things. I want to recognize the presence of City Councilman Jolon Clark, who is here. Denver City Councilman Jolon Clark, thank you for being here. If you ever confuse the two of us because we have bald heads, he's about 7'5", so that's the only confusion. I also want to thank Nick Mitchell for being here as well and taking time out of your busy schedule. Nick Mitchell. Who are you talking to? Thank you very much. You know, there are a lot of people who make today possible, and this is a very special event. This is a special moment because there were a lot who could be here, but you're here. And this is special that the city has decided to celebrate you. And so I want to let you know the people who make this happen, Mikhail Vafis, if you're in the room, as well as my other childhood buddy, Tracy Breckenridge is in the house somewhere over there. So y'all give it up for them who organized this. Many of us have come from the hood together, and so we're now get a chance to give back a little bit, and they could be anywhere making a living, but they've chosen to give back to the youth of this city, and I'm so grateful that they are serving, just like Dr. Ryan Ross. So he was so good. I'm just going to be real brief. I want to share something with you all, and I've never talked about this in public, but as Dr. Ross was speaking, I said, I got to tell this story because it's real and it hits at home. And as I was looking at all of you sitting on these front two rows, it dawned on me that you were, Dr. Ryan Ross was sitting there not too long ago. Tracy Breckenridge was sitting there not too long ago. I was sitting there not too long ago. And I have a friend who wrote this book, and it's entitled The Other Westmore. And it's about these two young men, both named Westmore. The author is Westmore, and the person he's writing about is Westmore. They grew up in the same neighborhood in Baltimore, Maryland. The neighborhood that is poor and populated with gang members. Every night there was someone dying. Drugs were everywhere. And there was very little hope for the people who grew up in this particular neighborhood. Westmore, the author, who is my friend, talks about discovering this other Westmore when he went to fill out an application for something and he was mistaken for this other Westmore. You see, even though they grew up in the same neighborhood, the same housing projects, drugs all around them, single-parent household, very little hope, education system not only was bad, it failed him. The Westmore that my friend was writing about was on death row. He had been sentenced for shooting and killing a Baltimore police officer while attempting to rob a jewelry store. The author, Westmore, who wrote the book, had become a best-selling author, was an Oxford scholar, was a millionaire businessman. And he wondered, wait a minute, same last name, same name, Westmore, same neighborhoods, same demographics, single mothers struggling to care for their young boys, drugs, gangs all around them. How did I end up who I am? He ended up where he is. He said, during this journey, I would find out, Mike, that through 300 pages of writing, this great book, and by the way, it's a great book. If you haven't read it, get it. It's called The Other Westmore. Boils down to the decisions that I made and the decisions he made. He said, now it might be, people come in and out of your lives, circumstances may conflict you, stupid people may block you, stupid circumstances may get in your way, but he said, my determination not to allow my circumstances to define who I am and where I'm going was ultimately the difference from me standing here as a successful person in society and Westmore sitting on death row. He asked the Westmore in jail once during an interview. He said, do you think we are products of our environment? Obviously, we are. If we are, you're sitting where you are, but how did I end up doing this, being so successful? Do you believe we're a product of our environment? And the Westmore in jail replied without hesitating, no, I believe we are a product of our expectations. Let that sit in with you for a minute. If I expect to be great, I'm going to be great. And the power of that story that Westmore told me, and he writes in his book, is that it had me discover the other Michael in Denver, Colorado, who grew up in public housing, same age as I am, had the same demographic I had, single mother raising children, poor, sometimes so hungry, we were so weak, we couldn't figure out what day it was. Setting cold sometimes. Only meal we got was when we got to school. He chose to become the most renowned gang member in Denver's history, Michael Asbury. We were best friends growing up. And I became the mayor of Denver. And when I think about where Michael ended up, and by the way, he was changing his life the moment he died. And where I ended up, Michael Asbury would have told you this, that he was a product of his expectations. I was a product of my expectations. If you think you're great, guess what? You're great. If you think you're worthy and you matter, guess what? You're worthy and you matter. So tonight, I want you to understand one thing. This honoring of you is no mistake, and nobody giving you anything. You earned this because you thought you belonged here. And as long as you believe and trust that you belong here, nothing any stupid person puts in your way will ever stop you. You'll see the barriers as a setback for a setup for a comeback. You are a product of your expectations. So expect to be great. Expect to get over the hurdles. Thank those who will stand in your way because it'll make you great. And as the good Bible tells you, when you get done with the fire, you'll come forth as pure gold. That's what this is about. Congratulations to you. Well done, and it's my honor on behalf of the people of Denver to honor you. To the parents, congratulations as well. You up next? Okay.
Let's give another hand to the mayor, please. I'm sure by now you're probably tired of hearing other people's stories, but if I can break step here, I'd like to share one that's inspired me to get where I'm going. I grew up in the south side of Chicago, and I'm sure, there we go, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen some news come out there lately that's not the best. But throughout life, I've had a lot of people who have given out their hand to me and said, you know, you can do this or you can do whatever you want. And it's through those people that I was able to achieve, you know, any amount of success. But there was also another level to that, which was the work that I wanted to put in. And I want to share this story to you. It's from an interview that really kind of changed my perspective on things. I was watching an interview on the Tavis Smiley show, and he was interviewing Will Smith, right? We all know Will Smith, one of the biggest actors in the world. And Tavis said, Will, if someone comes up to you and says, how do I become Will Smith? What do I do? What's that Will Smith formula to success? What do you say? And he said, simply, there's only one thing that separates me from everyone else that I go up against for a role or for anything at all. And he says, the only difference is that I'm willing to die on a treadmill. And it was the weirdest thing. Tavis Smiley looked at him and said, what are you talking about? And just like you guys are looking at him, like, what is this guy talking about? And he said, think about it this way. You may be more talented than me. You may be better looking than me. You may dress better than me. You may have better hair than I do. You may have all these things better than me. But here's the difference. You put both of us on a treadmill, and one of two things are going to happen. Either you're getting off first, or I'm going to die. And he said that to say, don't be afraid of the work, right? Don't be afraid of putting in that hard work, because at the end of the day, that might be the only thing that separates you from someone else. That might be their ticket to walk through the door. That might be that one break that you're looking for. It's you. It's the work you're putting in. So I say that to say, and I'm sorry if I sidetracked this a little bit, but I say that to say, just don't be afraid of the work. Put your head down, achieve your goal. You can do it. That's why you're here today. That's why we're honoring you. Make no mistake, that's what we're here for, to honor you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Moving on now. For the past 15 years, the Community College of Denver has been a partner with the Mayor Youth Awards through providing scholarships to senior award recipients. Now, any senior here tonight who's a recipient of this award and attends CCD will receive a $1,000 scholarship. And as someone who is paying off student loans right now, I can say that is a big deal. Please give it a hand for that. Now, CCD has an information table to the side there. It's right back there, I believe, where you can go and find out more information about this. Now, I want to introduce somebody else to bring up, and this is Nahum Kistner. Now, he's the interim dean of enrollment services at the Community College of Denver, and a very impressive guy. Nahum?
Well, good evening, everyone. You know, I must say, I feel like I was set up a little bit to have to present right after Dr. Ross and our mayor. Quick side note, I got the opportunity to work with Dr. Ross for 8 years, and it never failed. I would always have to present after Dr. Ross, and he would have this, resounding, presentation, and what you see is what you get. So for 8 years, I had to deal with that. So Ryan, thank you for that. Appreciate it. But it is my absolute pleasure to be with all of you this evening to celebrate this year's recipients. At Community College of Denver, we encourage our students to share their story. Why, you ask? And I would say because of the impact we know that it has on those that are listening. Our student stories tell of their ups and their downs, their trials and tribulations, but more importantly, stories of overcoming their obstacles. I would encourage our recipients in the room tonight to continue to share your story with others. You never know who may be going through a similar experience or may be experiencing a similar hardship, but your words of encouragement and your story may give them just enough courage to keep going, to keep fighting, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Tonight, CCD is proud to provide 8 $1,000 scholarships to the recipients who are planning on attending Community College of Denver. And it is my distinct honor and privilege to be here representing Community College of Denver and to congratulate all of our recipients. Thank you.
All right, our next presenter is Miss Dion Williams. She's the Deputy Director of the Office of Children's Affairs with the City and County of Denver. Dion. Got it right for you?
Thank you, Nick. And you're right that we're getting closer and closer to presenting the awards, but I just have a few words before we hand those out. First, I want to say how proud the Office of Children's Affairs is to partner with the Community College of Denver in recognizing Denver youth. Thank you for your continued partnership over the last 15 years, and hopefully more to come. We are so fortunate to live in a city where our mayor recognizes the importance of honoring youth and their achievements. Those of you being honored tonight were nominated by someone in your life who wants to recognize your dedication to overcoming obstacles that would sometimes overwhelm or discourage many of us. I would like to ask all of our nominators, those who actually submitted those applications, to please stand. We want to thank each of you for taking the time to nominate our youth here this evening. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. We also have a few members from the Review and Selection Committee. If you are here, can you also please stand? Do we have any Selection Committee members? We had a total of 43 nominations for this, and we were tasked to select 20 youth to receive the Mayor's Youth Award, all of you who are here tonight. This is never an easy task, and as all of our youth nominated have experienced obstacles with life, yet still found success. We are proud of all of them, but we want to thank you, the selection committee, for your time and commitment to see this process through. Now it's time to honor the 2016 Mayor's Youth Award recipients. I'm going to ask Dr. Susan Gallo to the podium. When she calls your name, please come up to receive your award and have your picture taken with our mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dion. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you. And this is the part we've all been waiting for, right? Yeah, hear it? Yeah. All right, I'll be announcing names in alphabetical order. Once your name has been called, please approach the stage to your right to receive your certificate and then take a picture with Mayor Hancock. You will exit to the left of the stage, kind of toward the back here, and then head back to your seat. All right, everybody ready? Let's get started with our 2016 Mayor Youth Award winners. Our first winner is Victor Agosto, 11th grade from Abraham Lincoln High School. Now, I need you all, I know we're all so proud of Victor, but we all need to hold our applause and wait, and then when all 20 scholars, we'll give them a big round of applause. Maybe I'll have Dr. Ryan do the shout out because he's so good at that. All right, our next scholar is Taylor Finley Pons, 12th grade from East High School, and she was nominated by Teresa McDonald. Our next scholar is Austin Gutierrez, 12th grade from West Generation. He was nominated by Mark Sines. Our next scholar is Jorge Gutierrez, 11th grade from Colorado High School Charter, nominated by Katie Hessner and Nicole Monroe. Our next scholar, Yesenia Gutierrez Gonzalez, 12th grade West Leadership Academy, nominated by Jeanette Rojas. Dominique Harris, 9th grade CU Denver Greenleaf, nominated by Cody Meinhardt. Mardale J., 11th grade Manual High School, nominated by Kendrick Friendly. Kira Caviani, 12th grade, East High School Platform, nominated by Alexandria Jimenez. Shamar McGee, 9th grade, DSST Cole, nominated by Eric Benzel. Our next recipient, Mariamo Mabera, 10th grade, Kunzmiller Creative Arts Academy, nominated by Matilda Shaheen. Alex Morales, 11th grade, Thomas Jefferson High School, nominated by Laura Schaefer. Jonathan Morales, 10th grade, West Career Academy, nominated by Diane Gomez. Isaiah Nellam, 12th grade, East High School, Colorado Uplift, nominated by Inacia Dacuna Nieto. Anahi Orta Baron, 12th grade, North High School, nominated by Robin List. Next, we have Gabriela Ramirez, 10th grade, DSST Cole, nominated by Dara Zach. Next, we have Julissa Ramirez, 12th grade, Abraham Lincoln High School, and she was nominated by Bernadette Torres. Clancy Schwagman attends Metro State University, and he was nominated by Marina Schwagman. Tajwani Tate attends Emily Griffith, and she was nominated by Elena Shaw. Tajane Tate. All right, Tajane Tate is amazing. And Adrienne Ubanier, 12th grade, North Engagement Center, Colorado Uplift, nominated by Fabian Armenta. Sitlali Villa Aldaco, 11th grade, Excel Academy, nominated by Joseph Seitz. And now we have it. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Gallo. Before we close, I want to give a huge thank you to Nick McGill from Channel 9 News for being here with us and moving us through the ceremony with good energy. Let's give him a hand. Award winners, please stand and turn and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 Mayor's Youth Award winners. I'd like to ask everyone to remain seated. We're going to lead our award recipients over to the staircase in the back there to take a group picture. Once our photographer has his photo, they'll stay there so family members and friends can also come and get their photographs. And lastly, as a reminder, our recipients will each receive a copy in the mail of the photo that they got to take with Mayor Hancock tonight. We have one last surprise for our seniors tonight. Nahum, come on up here.
All right, so this is a tradition that our president, Dr. Everett Freeman, started last year. So for our recipients who are planning on attending Community College of Denver, can you raise your hand so I can see? I think there's a couple of them in the audience. One, where's my other one? Okay, so the person to raise their hand the quickest, I'm gonna need your help. Okay, gotta answer this question. This is an easy one. So the person that answers the question correctly will receive a scholarship that will cover tuition for up to 12 credits at the Community College of Denver. All right. You raised your hand? Okay, you ready? It's an easy question. Who did the Denver Broncos play in the Super Bowl? Was it? Okay. I was trying to think of an easy one. I was trying to think of an easy one. I mean, Carolina Panthers. That's correct. Okay, so give her a round of applause. All right. So come and see me. Make sure to come see me after. Okay, we'll get you. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all again for joining us and honoring these outstanding youth, and please enjoy the rest of your evening. We have some refreshments left over there, and if the recipients could make their way over to the stairs for a photo. Thank you.